Hey, what's up guys? Welcome back. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm Dan Weisinger, and today's topic is the top 5 steps every home buyer must take before looking at properties. Let's go. All right, number 1, and this is gonna be a common theme, you're gonna see this along a lot of videos that I do, is gonna be figure out what your budget is. So perhaps you are renting currently, or maybe you own a home right now, and you're thinking about either upgrading, or perhaps you need to sell in order to buy. Figure out what your monthly budget is, what your expenses are, your car payment, your insurance, all your bills, total that up and figure out exactly what you can afford moving forward. Perhaps you got a recent promotion, or perhaps you had to take a pay cut due to the certain circumstances that we're going through right now. So it's super important to figure out exactly what your monthly budget is. You want to make sure that you can afford that house and move in and afford more than just top ramen. All right, number 2 on the list is going to be connect with a preferred lender. If you don't have a preferred lender in mind, feel free to connect with me. I'd be happy to share my team with you guys. The reason you want to connect with a lender is you want to make sure that you get pre-qualified first. If you own a home currently, do you have to sell in order to buy for that down payment? Maybe you can rent your house out for a number of years and make some income off of that, and then you can purchase that next house. So connect with a lender, figure out exactly if you have the right credit score, if you have enough for a down payment, and figure out exactly what the terms are as far as interest rate before moving forward. All right, number 3 on the list is find a badass real estate agent. Absolutely a badass real estate agent. And by that, I mean someone who works full time. No room for part-timers here, guys. None of these, 10, 15 hours a week. I do 1 or 2 transactions in a year. Let me ask you a question. If you were climbing Mount Everest, do you want the Sherpa that has never done the climb to the top of Mount Everest, or done it once or twice, who have done it maybe 100 times? I would think you would want to choose a guy who's done it 100 times. Why is that important? Well, they're going to have extensive knowledge of the real estate market. They'll be able to explain the real estate purchase contract from top to bottom. They're going to have extensive negotiating skills and communication skills. Guys, these are the people that you want to connect with. Whether it's me or someone else out there, you want to make sure that you have a real estate agent, a realtor who's going to be able to guide you through the entire process and is confident and concise and can negotiate that house for you. Guys, I remember when I quit my restaurant job of 12 years, from server to bartender to general manager, I shut that door and I dove in head first full time to real estate. I knew that I wanted to dedicate 100% of my time and my effort into my clients. That's the only way I can do it, full time. You don't see too many people who are able to date 2 people at the same time and dedicate 100% to both. Just doesn't work that way. So make sure you find a badass real estate agent out there who can help guide you along the way. So important. All right, number 4 on the list is make sure you write down your top 5 must-haves in your house or your next house. So maybe it's location, or bedrooms and bathrooms, a number of bedrooms and bathrooms, or it's a beautiful kitchen or bathroom, or perhaps it's the lot size, or maybe it's the access to restaurants or your work, whatever it may be. If you have kids and you want to make sure they're in a very important school district or a very good school district, maybe that's the top of your list. Either way, figure out what your must-have list is and then go from there. Now, keep in mind, we're living in a very competitive market here in Arizona and Phoenix. So, if you have a top 5 list, you might have to make some compromises there, just because that there are limited number of homes on the market, and the homes that you do like are very competitive, and you might be competing against multiple offers. So just keep that in mind when you're going through your list. You may not have everything on there, but maybe you have a top 4 of the top 5. Either way, just make sure you jot down that list of what's really important to you. That's going to separate yourself from figuring out, oh yeah, did I want 3 bedrooms or 6 bedrooms, or a 6,000 square foot lot or a 15,000 square foot lot? Figure out those details before you go out there. That way you can help your badass real estate agent find the perfect house for you. All right, finally, number 5 on the list is make sure you do your due diligence. And what I mean by that is do your research. So if you want to live in a specific area or community, or Gilbert, Peoria, Scottsdale, Paradise Valley, whatever it may be, and you're not familiar with the neighborhood, drive to that neighborhood, perhaps around 4 or 5 o'clock, and just get a sense of the neighborhood, a sense of the community, the people walking around. One thing that my wife and I did when we were driving around a neighborhood that we weren't familiar with and getting ready to buy a house is we would talk to the neighbors. We would take our dogs, walk them through the neighborhoods, and then we'd find other people who had dogs perhaps and say, hey, we're thinking about moving to this neighborhood. What do you like about it? What don't you like about it? Are there any kind of changes being made here or improvements? Maybe the real estate agent is very familiar with that neighborhood or is an expert in that location, and you can consult with them and ask them questions as well. So, like I said, do your due diligence, do your research, find out, the morning routines, the afternoon routines, and talk to the neighbors and see what you can do. Anyway, that's my list. Thank you so much for watching, guys. Again, please help me out over here. I've got a couple of pictures here on the whiteboard. I'm trying to figure this space out. Should I put a plant there? I have no idea. I need your help. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I'm Dan Weisinger, 480-748-1270. Let me know if you have any questions. This is the end of the video. Goodbye. As you can tell, it's pretty sparse right now, but I need some decoration tips. If you can leave some comments below what I should put in here. Maybe a plant right there? I don't know. I think I said without further ado twice. Did I say it twice? I think I did. The wife thinks I should trim it, but I like it.